All right. Once you take like a hop-on, hop-off bus to come up to the higher level of Barcelona, you can get just some amazing views. There's a lot of reconstruction going on here, so as you can see, these gates, which I'll try to show completely, are have all kinds of construction stuff in front of them. But this is part of like these Venetian towers, and I'll try to do like a panoramic thing to give you an idea of the scale. There's in the center of this roundabout, this huge statue also under repair, and then this beautiful old stadium and a bus. Some modern architecture, which you think they'd not do that. Then the other side of this Venetian tower, and then this sucker goes, and I'll try to get the thing from a distance so you get some perspective. It's a beautiful, probably about a quarter mile from here, what I guess that is. Beautiful cathedral at the end of this, which I'll try to get some shots of closer to give you an idea of scale. This is, and those things right there have got to be every bit of, say, 300 feet tall. But it's just such a beautiful city, and it makes all the difference in the world. Today it's overcast, where it was bright sun yesterday, and it's this is late April, and it's still a little chilly. But if you come to Barcelona, I would definitely say give yourself a week, 2 weeks preferably. All right, maybe that's a better shot. Get up above traffic for a little while. And then somebody put this enormous fountain. It must be beautiful when they turn this thing on. Just huge. All right, here are 4 beautiful, useless columns stuck there really for aesthetic purposes, but it really works in some very strange way. The combination of these different styles really works. All right, I got to shoot this one sideways. What'll probably wind up being sideways, just to get the Sagrada Familia in this shot. It's, let's just say, tall. So I'm going to try to give you a view of it, a few views of it. Anybody who's been here knows how difficult this thing is to film. It's far bigger than you expect it to be, and they're still working on it. 1880 something they started it, and it's just monumental. Churches are fascinating, beautiful places anyway, but this one is just something else. All right. I guess, I keep asking why questions, like what moves people to do stuff like this, but glory to God, appreciation for one thing or another, or it's amazing what you can do and get others to do with the right kind of inspiration. And for anyone to undertake something like this is just crazy. Sounds a little bit like New Orleans. Yeah, if anyone ever is looking for a great town to visit, I keep saying that over and over, but there really is so much here to see. And hilarious. I mean, that's just so impressive that you could get people from, and during that time, to go for something like this, because there's just no, just so many people that would just say this is sacrilegious or goofy or something. But it's, in its own way, it's crazy impressive. You never know it looking at what you just saw. But if you just go back about a half a block, this is what it looks like. There's a park immediately behind the church. I'll show you what I mean. You just suddenly turn, tons and tons of merchandising, and then that. Crazy. Now go just a little farther past that park, and you can almost get the whole thing in view. You're about now, a city block or two away across this small pond. All right, here's one for you.
I could, once it happens, I could come up with reasons to symbolize it.
Sure you can, and that's what art theorists do all the time. But how about this? Does it matter whether, yeah. I mean, what symbolizes what? People make all kinds of stuff up, but why not just have some goofy stuff on the top of the building, right? What? I know it does. Yeah, but it keeps it fresh, keeps it lively. I know. And who would have ever thought to put cranes on the top of a church? All right, this will be the last one. This is more or less the front of the place. I can get out here in traffic without getting killed. Oh, there we go. And unfortunately, for crowd control and ticket sale reasons, they've, the whole thing is surrounded, and construction, the whole thing is surrounded with this barrier that makes it really impossible to properly photograph it or enjoy it. So, sorry, I had to get out of those people's way. But it's wacky. It's if you see these kind of details, the Sanctus going around. I don't know. I've heard people saying it's Gaudi, made by a guy whose name sounds kind of like that. Other people who are saying it's just hilarious and lively and keeping religion fresh, and so something to think about. I have to take this at a lousy angle because of the backlighting. The sun is just over the top of that building. But there's in addition to the big cathedral you just saw, Gaudi did a lot of apartments around here, and apartment buildings, and this is one of them. And the crowds to get in, they have times that you can go in there every 15 minutes. It's a little on the super ridiculous side, but nothing succeeds like success. So it's yeah. I mean, they got to make a buck somehow. All right, that might have to do it, but yeah, I got nothing. Beautiful place. Come on down. All right. Let's see if we can get a little more footage of this beautiful place before I have to give it off for good. Uh, we're just headed to the end of the Ramblas. There's that lady on a horse. Maybe travel for me is enough mental stimulation that I don't need to run my mouth all the time. Here, cities are famous for pigeons. Is other than say Venice, something approaching maybe a world record. If you look, there are a ton of these suckers. I don't know what happens to these. There's no vultures around. When pigeons die, what do they just leave them here? And there are a lot of pigeons. And I guess it's because people are feeding them. But they, yeah, there certainly are a lot of them. What a beautiful, beautiful city. And or we make stupid sounds when we talk to kids. They must have been fed a lot because they really don't seem to fear being kicked in the head. And by the way, kids, don't do this at home. All right. Shut it down for now so I don't step on a bird. I did the kitten the other day. See ya. All right, maybe just one more. Start and get a little bit of candy or a little bit of anything. Fresh fruit, cheeses, meats. There's a place like this in Melbourne, in Australia, set up differently, but is replete with all the goodies you could possibly want. Fish on one side, sandwiches and desserts and smoothies on another, and mangoes and watermelons and nuts and pastries. Oh my. Yeah, I mentioned this to a couple people, but if you want a show that's, and these things are sort of a typical fare for here, if you want a show that's foodie oriented, you might want to check out on Netflix Somebody Feed Phil. Because he goes to different cities around the world and goes and looks at their foods. And it can make you, it's only like 15 minutes per episode, but if you're that kind of food fanatic, you really might try the show, because it'll make you want to travel even if you don't really care about going anywhere, just to try some of these amazing foods. And it's really a shame. This is the one thing that's terrible. There's just not enough time anywhere to try all of these wonderful, wonderful foods. Not for vegetarians there. And sandwiches and fish. Everywhere one turns for as far as the eye can see.
You just got mad with the
It's just so much stuff. God, I'm getting hungry. Once again, I overdid things last night and ate and drank too much, and now, having waited all day long to do that again, I am definitely ready. This place is enormous, and the cheeses that I want are right here. So I'll sign off for now. See ya.